Hello and welcome to DBR Systems Podcast. I'm Leonard Knight and this is episode 1. We've had a request from a client about PanelView 550s, asking how to upload from them and download to them and what software and hardware they need to make that happen. First of all, let's talk about the PanelView. The PanelView is an operator interface made by Alan Bradley, Rockwell Automation. The PanelView works as a interface to the machine, so it will take the place of push buttons, selector switches. It'll also take the place of display, so that it can display, instead of having a physical gauge, you could have gauges showing on the screen showing you levels of tanks, or maybe the speed of a motor or the speed of a conveyor, something like that. The PanelView, the 550, is a touch screen, so you touch the screen to interact with it. It is a PanelView 550. It's a classic model, which means that we use the software program Panel Builder 32 to actually upload and download programs for it and to create applications on it. This one still has the tape on the top. The tape is from the factory, so that when you're installing the PanelView and you're drilling over top of it and shavings are falling down, they don't fall inside of the PanelView. Let's take a look at the back. We have a memory card slot here. You can put a compact flash, it's not a compact flash card, you can put a memory card inside the PanelView to upload and download programs to it from the card. It has 24 volt power supply right here, is where we wire in the power supply to power the unit. And if you look right here, you'll see that it has a 9-pin D shell. Now there's a couple of flavors to these. You can get the DF1 protocol as one protocol to talk to these. You can also get, as this model is, a DH485 protocol. The model number of this PanelView is 2711-T5A5L1X Series B Rev E firmware revision 4.46, and you'll find that on this little sticker on the back of the PanelView. Next, I'm going to show you how to physically connect this PanelView up to your programming terminal. Then we'll move into using the software to actually upload the program from it and download a new program to it. Okay, in order to connect the PanelView to our programming terminal, we need to use a serial cable. Rockwell Automation, Alan Bradley, sells a cable specifically designed for programming the PanelView, but any straight through, which is a modem cable from Radio Shack or any of your electrical supply stores, will work. It's just a 9-pin D shell, and it's all the pins go straight through to the other side. Now, something you will need to do, because a modem cable will be female on one end and male on the other end, you need to get a gender changer, which is just female on both sides, and put it on the male side. That way you have a cable that has female ends on both ends. Next, we connect it to our PanelView. So we plug it into the PanelView here in the back, like that. And then we connect the other side over to our programming terminal. Now, this was a problem for me. I didn't have a computer that had a real serial port. All of my computers had they had USB ports, and I was using a USB adapter to try to get to serial. You can't do that with a PanelView 550. I use that for other programming purposes, but you can't use it with the PanelView 550 or when you're using the DH485 protocol. If you're using a DH485 protocol with RS links, you have to have a physical serial port. You can't use a USB to serial adapter. So I looked around, found a computer that has a serial port on it. Right here is the serial port on the back of this one. So you plug that cable in that side, like that, and now you're connected to your PanelView. Next, we'll look at firing up RS links and getting it connected to the PanelView. Okay, next we're going to actually connect to the PanelView with the software. So first we're going to fire up RS links. I'm running this on a Windows 2000 machine, and I'm actually I'm connecting to it via VNC, a remote desktop application. So something first, whenever you're running, when we're going to do a serial connection to a PanelView, we need to run RS links, and we can't run it as a service. So we're going to launch the control panel. Now we're going to start RS Links, and we're going to configure a driver. I'm just going to close this window in RS Links and configure a driver. We're going to add, the driver we want to add is the 1747 PIC/AIC driver, because it's going to be a DH485 interface to this PanelView. So we click that, click Add. Now you can leave it that name or you can change it to something else. I'm going to change it to DH485 just so I know for this session that what we're doing. It's the physical COM port of the programming terminal that we're using, the Dell laptop. The Dell laptop's station address will be 0. Right there's where you would set that. This is the maximum station address if you want to limit that. And here's the baud rate. I'm going to check this that we're reserving this COM port for exclusive use by this driver, and click OK. Comes up running, so it looks like everything's okay. Let's go ahead and do a who and see if we can see the panel view. Check this out, and there's the panel view, the 550 that we were just looking at. Okay, now that we have RS Links configured to talk DH485 over to the panel view, we're going to open Panel Builder 32 and use that connection to upload the program from the panel view. So let's load Panel Builder 32, and we're going to upload an application from the PanelView terminal. Click OK. Pick the application, the PanelView terminal that you want to use, which is the PV550 that we were just looking at a few moments ago, and click OK. Identifying the terminal, preparing a file transfer, transferring the application. This will take a few moments. We're going to pause just for a second and we'll come right back. Okay, now we're finished with the upload. That says the program already exists. Would we like to replace the file? Yes, we would. And it will go ahead and overwrite that file, and that application is now ready for us to load, so we could open it up here if we wanted to. And go to where we're storing our applications and look for that terminal file. No, sorry, wrong one. And now for the last part of our project here, we're going to take an application that is on the computer and load it to the PanelView 550. So let's click Start here. We're going to open up Panel Builder 32. And in Panel Builder 32 we have the application that the client sent us. They want this application downloaded onto the PanelView. So here's the program, and we're just going to download this application. And we're going to pick the PanelView that we want to load it to, which is our PanelView we already have set up. And now it's downloading. We will pause just for a second and I'll come back after it's finished downloading and show you what the screens look like then. Okay, and the application finished downloading, so we are complete. Thanks for joining us for this episode. I have a couple of closing comments and that will be it. Thanks a lot. Thank you for joining us for this episode of the DBR Systems Podcast. This is episode 1. Loading a PanelView, uploading and downloading to a PanelView 550. A few gotchas that you need to keep in mind is you need a computer with a physical serial port. You can't use a virtual machine on a machine that has a USB port only. You do need a physical serial port. Also for the DH485 protocol, you are going to need, you can't have anything over Windows XP Service Pack 2. So if you have XP Service Pack 3, or if you have Vista, or if you have Windows 7, you can't use RS Links with the DH485 driver. So that's why we ran it on Windows 2000 Pro, and it ran like a champ. Other than that, you should be good. If you have any questions, just let us know. Thanks.